doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L podcast.
Rocking and rolling. Lando Bando is in the building. How you doing today, bro?
What's up with you, L?
Chilling, man. You guys have been accomplishing so much. You signed so many talented artists, man. With the Shitty Boys. Got BabyTron killing it. You got all the boys killing it. I think you just signed a Certified Trapper.
Yeah. Certified Trapper is signed to Signal, Sony, which is a subsidiary of Sony, but he's managed by the hip hop lab. Yeah.
Okay, so you're managing Certified Trapper.
Yeah.
Talk about kind of figuring out about Certified Trapper and what made you decide to start managing him.
So somebody had called me about managing Trapper like a little bit before that I actually locked in with him, but it wasn't until I actually got a chance to like chill and vibe with him and seeing like how much of a like workhorse he is, you know what I'm saying, how he really his love for music and being able to vibe with him. I'm like, yeah, this is a person who I would love to, you know what I'm saying, have a part of my team and do whatever I can do to help them facilitate the next level of their career. Like, he a great person, you know what I'm saying? His name is who he is. He a real certified trapper for sure. Real hood baby. I love trap, man. He a great guy.
I got to walk into the Hip Hop Lab a couple days ago, bro, chop it up with you, and then I also got to just be inside of the Hip Hop Lab, the studio itself, and you made it like a real vibe in there. Like, everybody looked like they're walking through like a family type vibe, and just a good environment. It looks from, I don't know if you remember, I think me and you met in like 2016 or 17, the first Hip Hop Lab I walked into.
Yeah.
It was fucked up.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing but just a room and some walls.
Yep, it was a table. It was like one of those tables you see at the barbecues.
Yeah.
And just a computer, and that was it. But now you got this whole studio, man. You have multiple booths and rooms, and then you have a camera accessory room, and then you have just multiple areas for people to record, man. It's awesome. How did you get it to this point, man? Just giving people an idea of how long it took you to get to this point where you have your own building and you also have it really furnished and well designed, and also just a whole group of artists that are flourishing, man. Like, how long has this journey been for you collectively, would you say?
10 years, man. It's been a 10-year journey, you know what I'm saying? And I just been blessed to, you know what I'm saying, meet great people around the way to help me along my journey to, you know what I'm saying, that I feel like one of the most important things is you gotta appreciate the people that help you, and you know what I'm saying, you can't turn away help. Like, I've been doing my thing, but it's people who I've been able to partner with and, you know what I'm saying, and do projects with that have definitely help pour gasoline on my success, you know what I'm saying. Great business partners, you know what I'm saying, that helped me get to this point, you know what I'm saying. My dog Shaq, you know what I'm saying, Rob, you know, iFix, you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
My dog from like, you know, he taught me a lot of key business things you got to do with business, you know what I'm saying. My dog Shaq, you know, just being on top of your taxes, like, you know what I'm saying, how to negotiate contracts and shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
So just people who that helped you like along the way that help you get to bigger plateaus, you know what I'm saying?
For sure, and I think a lot of it too is your early investment in a lot of what's become today's success in Detroit hip hop, right? A lot of artists.
For sure. That's what I was saying. I invested all my time and energy into Detroit culture, scene, you know what I'm saying, breathing it every day, living in the D, living in the hood, being from the west side of Detroit. A lot of people know they came to my house to do interviews. I was doing interviews on my crib on Schoolcraft in Greenfield. You know, so like, this has been a long time coming, like, as far as the Detroit culture and scene. Like, I've been championing that for a long time.
Now, when we chopped it up a couple days ago, I know that you're still, even though with all the success you have bigger and bigger and bigger visions for how far you want to take everything. But is this the most successful you've ever felt in your whole journey so far? And is this the most comfortable you felt in the whole journey? And how long, what year was it that you started to feel however you're feeling right now?
Like, bro, I feel good, but I don't feel comfortable. Like, I feel successful. I know I'm in a good point of my life, but I'm so hungry, bro. Like, that's what get me up every day. Like, I want more. Like, I'm not satisfied whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But at the same time, though, to not have to worry about the bills that you used to have to worry about, the things that you would have to do even though you didn't want to do them just to pay bills, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about that anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. I just keep myself in that mindset of being fucked up still, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still fucked. You gotta keep your mind of being fucked up. When you start feeling like you're not fucked up no more, like, all right, bro, I got some cheese, and you not like every day I wake up with a monkey on my back to make some type of move or something to lead towards some type of money, even though I got money, you know?
Yeah. A lot of people know you for the Hip Hop Lab, which is a brand that you built. Now, like I said, it's a storefront as well. It's actually a studio as well now. But the Hip Hop Lab started off as a social media platform, right? And you were doing interviews and you were just talking to artists and building your platform that way. Now, like I said, it's just something you can actually walk into. The brand itself, though, has become major. It's a major force in Detroit hip hop. Talk about the legacy of it. Talk about the timeline of it, the struggles of it, but also when you started feeling like there was structure and when it actually had built a name for itself, like the entire timeline of the Hip Hop Lab.
Well, I started off in 2014 doing interviews over the phone. Eventually, I got enough money to buy a camera. Started doing, you know what I'm saying, film interviews like 2014, 15. Just build relationships and content. You know, just being consistent with that. Eventually, that transformed into having a record label. And once the record label, I got that solidified, you know, we figured out like how that was gonna run. And, you know, it's a lot of trial and error, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every day trial and error, you know what I'm saying? I feel like right now is when I really feel like we got like a real good infrastructure like at the lab, you know what I'm saying? Like these companies, like these companies, like as far as like everybody who started label in Detroit, like they always kind of, everybody say we gonna be like the new Motown, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to recreate like that. Like I feel like I'm carving out my own lane, like my own legacy. Like I ain't trying to be a new Motown. I'm trying to be the Hip Hop Lab Records. You know what I'm saying? So just really just figuring out, you know what I'm saying, the infrastructure that we got now, like as far as like being able to work with an artist or, you know what I'm saying, or put out an album with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like this is something that I've been dreaming about doing since I was like a kid, you know, to be at the spot I am at right now on the music side, you feel me? So it's been a long journey, you know, trials and tribulations, ups and downs, you know. You know, it's the artist that I signed, Home Alone, D-Rock. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of like good references about like overcoming obstacles, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it used to be raining, but it stopped, you know? Like it's always gonna be some type of obstacle you're gonna have to overcome and something you're gonna have to endure to get to the other side. And I feel like it's always gonna be a problem, bro. But you don't gotta focus on the problem. You just gotta get towards a solution.
Oh, for sure. And you know that's why I bring it up though, because look what's happening right now. Before, music was the number one source of creating a career for yourself in entertainment in Detroit. And then, you know, interviews became more prevalent. You showed a door. You for Show magazine. You know, I think guys like Pirelli, they had the TV networks and stuff like that, but it wasn't as easy to be. It wasn't accessible for somebody to just go start what they were starting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But what you did was something where it's like, you know, I'm showing you that you can go grab a camera. If you have the skill set, if you have the understanding, if you're involved in it, you can create something out of this without having to spend tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars to make it happen. So right now, because of what you and For Show and a couple other cats are doing, look, this podcast, my podcast exists now. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of other Detroit podcasts that are existing, Michigan-based podcasting, and it's becoming a whole new source of entertainment, right? And you can't only look at it as podcasting because it has to build into something big as a brand like you did with the Hip Hop Lab. Like if the Hip Hop Lab had just stayed interviews, it wouldn't have reached the amount of success that it does have now. And I love that aspect too. Like I said, you invested in a lot of artists, not just with the music videos, but with interviews too. But like even if you could just run us through some of the people that, you know, you did give them their first interview or whatever, you know, just to give people insight.
Yeah, like Snap Dogg, For Sure gave him his first interview. I worked with a lot of people really early, bro. You know, like Sada. You know what I'm saying?
You did Sada's first interview?
I don't know if I did his first interview, but you know, I was working with him real early. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of people's first interview. V's, I did his first interview for sure. Bro, a lot of firsts, bro. A lot of fucking firsts. Like, it's so many firsts, I can barely even think about it. Like, I was a lot of people's first interview, bro. Like, people know, so you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
F&B DZ, I was his first interview for sure. A lot of people didn't even really, like, interview what you trying to do, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they didn't know, unless it was certain, like, names or brands that were like, what do you mean do an interview, right?
Yeah.
It was like a whole new concept. Like, I just pull up to your studio and do an interview?
Like, bro, I used to pull up on people with the outside with a microphone, you feel me, just to the hood, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I remember the T Grizzly interview. That was the first time I got hip to what you were doing. I think I think First Day Out had just dropped.
Oh, yeah, I did T Grizzly first interview for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I remember when that dropped, it was like, it just blew out everything. And now, like, when I talked to you the other day, it was like, you don't even have time for interviews now. Like, you're trying to do your podcast and you're trying to make it happen, but you just have so much on the table right now.
Yeah,
right?
So, like, that goes back to what you were saying about
You got Tron and the Shitty Boys touring right now, man.
Yeah.
I think Certified Trapper's out with them
Certified on tour too. Yeah. But it's not the Shitty Boys though. It's just BabyTron, the Certified Trapper.
Oh, okay.
On tour. Stan and D got they own things they working on, you know what I'm saying? They both got to drop albums. You know what I'm saying?
So when BabyTron's going to do his shows right now, it's literally just his shows, like it's just under his name pretty much?
Well, it's a BabyTron show, but they also, right now, we got DSM on the road with them, we got Babyface E.
Oh, okay.
And Certified Trapper, yeah.
Okay, cool. And so talk about the process of getting these tours together. This isn't your guys' first tour, obviously.
No, it's like the fourth or fifth one.
Yeah, so the success rate of it. Look, man, I used to get phone calls about how big these shows actually were or how many shows there actually were. I used to have to like literally argue with people on the phone. And I used to be like, bro, you can literally go on Instagram and look at the videos and you can see how many people are in the crowd and you can see how many cities they're going to per week. So like these guys are dominating right now. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You're a fundamental role in it. I feel like when artists come to you, from what we've seen from your track record, you can take somebody from building a buzz to actually giving them a career, helping them have a career, right? Walk us through the experience of taking BabyTron from watching him just rapping his ass off, killing it, trying to work, trying to make something happen, to now you guys are on a country tour.
Trying, overly talented, bro. It's just really all I do is just try to provide infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? Just a way for them to put out the music, and you know what I'm saying, and just to be like a force to get the best possible, you know what I'm saying, situation for us. You know what I'm saying? So it just went like trying is like you like an anomaly, bro. Like musically, you know what I'm saying? Like even outside of music, bro, the ideas that he have is like crazy, you know what I'm saying? So you know, he like, even if it wasn't like rapping, like just how he is, you know what I'm saying? How smart, like bro, people always be like, oh, he's so smart, like bro, really smart. Like he would have been successful at anything, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that he chose music because he's really great at it. But I mean, he just one of the people that he just good at random shit for no reason, bro. Like we play pickleball and he just win, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the one thing with the little
that cup thing?
Yeah,
the cup
like he'd just get it like on the first, like we'd just be walking up, he'd just get it on the first try. Like he's just good at stuff, you know what I'm saying? But like actually building with him and you know what I'm saying, him like taking like, you know what I'm saying, like coming to me for the direction of how we like built this shit together, like, you know what I'm saying, it's been an incredible journey, you know what I'm saying, with him and with the Shitty Boys and with StanWill and with Trdee, you feel me? Like these is real talented guys, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it was just destined for us to link up together and build off each other and put together what we put together, you know what I'm saying? 5 years later, this is what the results of what hard work get you, you know?
You guys collectively have been together for about 5 years.
Yeah.
That's all.
2019.
You're learning how to manage prior to that, but like really getting the chance to expand on it now because you have more time with it and you've had more time with it to expand on this. So, how the hell did you pick it all up? Was it just learn as you go as far as managing artists?
Like you know how like some people like football or like basketball, you say random, like, oh, he had such and such yards, he had such and such points, rebounds in 1997 or whatever. Like that's how I am with music, bro. Like I always been studying music since a kid. I always like kind of like really been like engulfed into like what's going on with the music, just paying attention to it. So I kind of always felt like I was just preparing myself to be in it one day. So you know, that's what I was able to do, and because I feel like I've been preparing for it my whole life. So when I finally got to the point, it was like kind of like second nature.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy too, because when I pay attention to, you know, I deal with hundreds of artists a week, just like you do probably deal with 100 artists a week, but I'm always dealing with people that think the return's going to be quick, right? When they hear you talk about 10 years to build what you've built, and you still have so much more you want to do, right? A lot of people are like 10 fucking years, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you go to college, it's 4 years before you can start a career, or 8 years if you're going to be like a doctor or something like that. But 10 years invested into something and not to see a return from it forever that's sustainable. A lot of people are going to turn away from that and be like, fuck that. Like, that, 10 years, it sounds crazy.
Yeah, bro, I probably ain't really started seeing like I was just getting by, like making like enough money. I ain't really started getting like money, like real life-changing money probably like until like 2019. And then right after 2019, it was 2020. It was over. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? Once the pandemic is just, you know what I'm saying? It ain't never, you know?
Yeah, it's hard for people to look at it, but entertainment can be like that. Like, you know, I've seen comedians talk about it. Like, there's two types of people in the entertainment industry. There's the guys that work extremely hard to get where they want. You know, they might not be as talented as the most talented guy in the room, but they work their ass off to the point where they succeed. And then there's those guys who are just super talented that just can cut the line. They could just skip the line a little bit. They still have to work their ass off, but they can skip the line a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. It's hard for people to imagine where they fit in. It's hard for people to know, like, I really got to work my ass off to get in here. Or some people are like, you could use anybody for an example that's super talented, like a 1UP, for instance. Super talented cat, right? Did he skip the line? I'm not saying he skipped the line. Did he get faster than most people got as much time as he took? Yeah, he got faster. He got where he is faster than most people that have been doing this for like 8 to 10 years already.
Well, 1UP is a perfect example, bro.
Yeah.
Like, shoot a video, drop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, like he kind of been doing what everybody else been doing, but you know what he got different?
What?
It's substance in the content.
Facts.
And he's consistent, bro. You feel me? I don't want to hear about you rap about a whole bunch of who blah, man. Like, bro, I'm so like, man, I don't want to hear about Steph Curry with the 30, bro. Retire that line, bro. I don't want to hear about a switch, bro. What else? I don't want to hear about a perk 30. What else? I don't want to hear about, like, bruh, like, we just want to hear you come with something different, bro. I feel like that is the cheat code to success. Just come with something different, bro. It's like somebody hear a successful song and go in the studio and copy that song. That song is already that song, bro. Like, gotta come with something different. Everybody who come with something different win every time.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to look at the top artists in Detroit and notice that there is a significant difference in each one of their characters. Not two of them look or sound or act the same, right? So it is kind of like a character map. People want something different that stands out. And they're scared to take risks, obviously. You know, that's the biggest part of it, too. A lot of people do feel like they're talking deep, they're talking spiritual, or talking, you know, real life shit, and then they don't get heard. You know, like you know who really feels like they're not being heard is like the underground scene. Like, you know, like the Asaka the Renegade type artists, the underground. They feel like they're not being heard, like, to the degree, even though they are speaking with
From Detroit?
What do you mean?
Are you talking about in general?
I'm talking about Detroit, like the guys who, like, I think Asaka and like people in that crew, like the underground, like kind of where like Z Loopers comes from, and like kind of where Danny Brown area comes from.
Oh, I thought you said the underground reggae artists.
No, not reggae.
I'm like, we got reggae artists in Detroit.
No.
I mean, blew me. I'm like,
I'm talking about like the hip hop scene in Detroit, like the underground hip hop, the guys who are actually still keeping it hip hop. Like, they are rapping with substance, they are rapping with, you know, where hip hop originated and the rap culture came from, but they don't feel like they're being heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's a lot of people that do try what 1UP tried, and they still don't find success, even with consistency.
Bro, it's because me and you know exactly why they not getting seen and heard, bro. Because you understand this promotion shit just like I do. Why they not getting seen and heard, bro? Why they not getting seen and heard, and why they not being
they don't
recognized?
pay to market themselves. and they got to do it.
That's all it is, bro.
Yeah.
That's really literally all it is. Like these people are great. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's people like Dave Hill and Baby Mark. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole little collective over there, like the Travis Chandlers and you feel me? Like that whole like
Mike Phelps and stuff.
Yeah, like I'm hip to what's going on over there, but it's like I feel like they need to just more promotion. That's all it is, you know.
Yeah, a lot of them. It's not an ego thing, but it's more of like, what, I gotta pay, and it's like, yeah, everybody had to pay, man. Did you ever have to pay?
It was nobody for me to pay.
Oh yeah,
when I started, like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it was nobody for do I pay for promotion now for my artists? Yeah, for sure. I invest in promote with other Instagram pages. Like, that's what you have to do. You feel me? But like starting off, like in Detroit, it was nobody for me to pay at the time for no promotion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for sure. But
were
like,
you charging in the beginning, like interviews and music videos and everything, or were you doing a lot?
Yeah, for nothing, like $50-$60, $75. Like, you know what I'm saying? We do interviews, $75. It's on. You know?
Music videos, were you charging a lot?
I was charging I wasn't charging a lot, bro. Like $150, $200.
Did you get to see like any of the? Because you and Sada Baby were doing a lot of music videos together, right? Did you get to see like? Did you guys make like a deal? Because you guys were generating millions of views off the music videos you were shooting with Sada. Did you guys like ever work out a deal for how much you would get compensated, or did you like take money up front, or did you just work off the love because he was blowing up at the time?
No, bro, I ain't gonna lie, and that's the most important thing. Like, I feel like what's wrong with a lot of like cameramen, like, you know what I'm saying, like. I mean, you gotta take your situation and make what you gonna make out of your situation or whoever that you dealing with. Like, no, I never came to bro like, we need some type of situation or we need some type of, like, no, I just kept working, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you gotta just take what you can take from the situation, you feel me? Like, we both won at the end of the day. My page get more notoriety, you know what I'm saying? He bigger, you know. Shit, it was still a great relationship, you know what I'm saying? It's all it was. You know?
Like because he was blowing up and because you were working and you were putting out good products and everything like that, you were building your name up. Yeah. At the same time, he was building his name up. So it was like a mutual benefit, right?
Yeah, so I feel like artists need to just find somebody and just build up with them, and they might blow up, and you benefit and they benefit too, you know?
How many artists did you try to invest in before? The artists nobody even ever heard of that you invested in. Did you ever invest in artists and it just like their inconsistency or lack of effort made you go like, all right, I can't even continue with this anymore?
Yeah, I made a couple bad investments, you know, but it's all part of the game. I appreciate every bad investment that I made or something that didn't go good because it's all a learning experience, bro.
Can you count how many artists that you've tried to invest in that it just never worked out? Well, you don't have to name names, but obviously just like...
But it depends on what you define never working out. Like, you know
pretty
what I'm
much
saying?
like where you tried to work with them, you tried to invest into them, but because of the lack of effort, consistency, responsibility factor, it just never ended up working out with them.
Quite a few, bro. Quite a few. Like I done lost some thousands, you know, probably like 4 or 5.
So you spent like 4 or 5 racks investing in artists and it just not working?
No.
Oh, 4 or 5 artists.
4 or 5 artists, way more than 4 or 5,000. I done wasted way more than 4 or 5,000 investing in. And you gotta understand, like for the people that's record executives or CEOs for the right reasons, you gotta understand how unselfish of a position that is. I'm ready to take my money and invest it in your career so we can make money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's very unselfish, you know what I'm saying? If your terms not crazy, you know, some people should be like, but I want us to eat together, you know what I'm saying? I don't want the money to start coming and then you looking at me crazy, you feel me? I want us to all be coming up, you know, so.
Yeah, that's the thing with managers and management positions and artists seeking management. And I've managed artists before in the past and I've dealt with a lot of artists. You know, there's a certain chemistry that doesn't align sometimes where artists expect so many different things that don't even make sense for what you're offering them. And then, again, it's responsibility. Responsibility is the biggest thing I think on me. Like, I would call them to pull up or call them to do this or call them to do that. And I'm like, oh, I can't my car, or I can't this because my baby mama, or I can't. And it's like, bro, I can't work with you, bro. Like, I'm trying to push you forward. I'm trying to invest in you. And there's so many different reasons for you not to let it work.
Yeah.
And you see that without people having managers as well. They'll just inconsistently be maneuvering their careers because they can't stick to the plan. And the only reason I never fault some people, like if they come from, bad neighborhoods or they come from a troubled life, it's hard for them to delegate like a career in music when, they got people targeting them, have a target on their back, or they're going in and out of jail, or they got all these bills to pay and the rap's not paying at the moment. So you see kind of like all sides of it, right? Like why it could be hard to manage an artist. But then there's those guys who have it just so easy that just don't take it. They don't take the rope to get pulled up. You know what I mean? That's like the two types of artists that I kind of I see one side of it, and the other sides I don't see those guys. The guys who have it easy, I don't see why they don't just do it. You know what I mean? For you right now, though, you found guys that are willing to push it and make it happen. You got another cat, Sweet Tea, you work with too, right? Talk about building this family, and does it feel like a family? Does it feel like you guys' own community? And how do you maintain the relationships inside of the studio and inside the brand itself?
Yeah, man, it definitely feel like a family, you know what I'm saying? But I would like for somebody else to come on here and speak to if it feel like a family or not, because I'm the head of the family, so I can't say how I feel, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, like it's a lot of real love and camaraderie, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody respect everybody's craft, you know what I'm saying? And most importantly, you know what I'm saying, what I look at all of them as my brothers, and I appreciate them respecting my choice to, if I ever want to bring somebody into what we got going on, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot to, you know what I'm saying, to bring somebody in and everybody accept who I bring in. Like I gotta shout out all them guys, you know what I'm saying? I got real love for everybody that I actually got signed to the Hip Hop Lab, you feel me? Because we gotta deal with each other on consistent basis, you feel me? So I gotta like feel you out, and you know what I'm saying? I ain't really just like looking to just sign, like if you just, somebody can have 2-3 million views, bro. If I sit down with you and I feel like you can be a headache or be detrimental to what I got going on, then it won't work out. You know? So
yeah, it's personnel, right? Guy could be like the craziest rapper of all time, but if he's like troublesome in other types of ways, it's not worth dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That goes back to kind of what I was saying, that responsibility factor when you invest into an artist. Like what you're going to get out of it, is it worth it? I remember I went to TyCon. It was a billionaire convention like 7 or 8 years ago. I went to it. And this guy who was running Google, he was like co-owner, I don't know what the hell he was, but he was one of the owners of Google somehow. And he was basically like, we used to cut multi-billion-dollar deals with anybody that would get in our way. Like any company that would want to work with us, we'd work with them. And if they ever brought us any type of problem that didn't make any sense for us, we'd cut them off. We don't care how much money they were bringing us. If you bring us tension, or if you bring us too much, contrast into what we're trying to do, you're out of here. Like we didn't give a fuck. Because your well-being is more important than the money coming in.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, like I want people that's broke right now to appreciate it. Like you have to appreciate being broke, bro. Like you have to really make sure that you want to be rich and have money and nice things and stuff. Like this shit not, like I'm saying, like it sound crazy if you fucked up at the crib right now. Like, bro, what the fuck is you talking about? Of course I want to be rich, but no, like the people that you love the most, bro, like all they gonna be thinking about is money, my nigga. Like that's real. Like more money, more problems is really real. Like people think that's just a saying. Like it's real life, bro. Like everybody got a hidden agenda. Everybody just trying to get some money, man. Like it's really all it comes. Like when like if you broke right now and you got people that love you, they genuinely love you. You know what I'm saying? If you rich and you got people that love you, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe they might care about you a little bit. But as long as you contributing to their bottom line, they gonna say whatever. I love you. I'll do anything for you. You feel me?
Well, how many people in your life right now do you deal with that money has nothing to do with it? It's just that person's there for me.
Man, not many, man.
Damn.
Not many. But you, as long as you know what's going on, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with it. You just can't be delusional. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be delusional to the situation.
For sure. I don't know if I've ever seen these rings before. These new, bro. Like, there's 2 of them. Goddamn, they're huge. I can never have seen these before. They're fucking humongous.
Yeah.
Those are sick as fuck.
Good looking, bro.
Who made those for you?
Hutch.
Oh, those were Hutch made those for you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. This is before his passing?
Well, the company Hutch.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Not actually Hutch himself, R.I.P. But,
yeah.
But D. Hasty, that
Cool.
works at Hutch.
Damn.
My guy. Yeah.
Balling out of control these. You were you got whole season tickets to the Pistons too, right, man? Like you're just out there every day trying to support this losing ass team.
So look, man, I get sensitive when it comes to the Pistons, man. You feel me? Like my whole life, I always wanted to be able to go to the Pistons games, bro. Like it's real important to me. You feel me? Like just team basketball, like city. Excuse me, basketball, Like I always looked up to Spike Lee. Like, dog, he really support the Knicks. The Knicks been losing for years, bruh. Spike Lee still at the games. Like, I'm gonna be there every season for probably until I can't go no more. I'm about to buy season tickets, bro. You feel me? Like, cause I'm in the position to do it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be at every game. I love the Pistons. I love the organization. I love Little Caesars Arena. I love the staff. I love the parking attendants. I love the ticket attendants. I love everything about LCA, man. You feel me? We just gotta get. I really just feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's just bad coaching.
Coaching?
Yeah. Like for the team,
Yeah.
even the players. I feel like we got good players. It's just the coaches be making a lot of crazy decisions, bro.
So I mean, we've changed so many coaches though. We do have a good set of players though now. Like young
We shouldn't
guys.
have changed coaches, bro. We should have kept Dwayne Casey. Great coach.
So you think getting rid of Dwayne Casey was a huge mistake?
I don't feel like it was a mistake. I mean, it was unneeded. It was unneeded. You know. Yeah. I feel like we won more games under Dwayne Casey than under Monty.
Well, this is like a record, isn't it now?
It's past being a record, bro. we've been deep in that. Yeah,
God, that sucks, man. If you could change anything about the Pistons now, I mean, you get to see it, eye to court. So, what's the experience like if you watch the team, knowing what decisions that might need to be made besides coaching?
We need another star. We need somebody who can score. You know, that's very important. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And we
They joked around about us getting LeBron. Everybody thought it was gonna happen. That was crazy. I was like,
no way.
They joked around about it. I think didn't Cade he didn't play a couple of games ago, and we ended up winning or something like that.
Yeah.
So people were pointing that out too. Like a couple interesting little quirks in the Pistons.
We were supposed to get Zach LaVine.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's an incredible player on the Chicago Bulls, but he just went out to the season with a season-ending foot problem. So, I mean, if we would have got Zach LaVine to the Pistons, bro, that would have been blockbuster.
Yeah, I seen a meme about that. He was hiding under a desk, and the manager of the store was like trying to find him. It showed Pistons on the manager, and Zach LaVine hiding under a desk. I guarantee you that foot injury isn't even real, bro. He probably just didn't want to get traded to Detroit, man.
Yeah, you might be right on. You might be on.
I mean, come on, like. You can't want to go to a losing team ever, man. Like you have to. Everybody wants to win at the end of the day. There's some players that look like they don't give a fuck, but I'm sure they still don't want to go to a losing team.
Well, see, bro, if I'm in the NBA, bro, and I'm not already on a winning team, but I would definitely understand Zach LaVine. I want to go to the Pistons. Like the Bulls not winning, but the Pistons definitely not winning. But like if I'm a new upstart, like coming into the league, like. I would love to go to a team and show them that I could turn it around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I ain't already in a good spot, a good team, a good position, like let me go over here and show them that I'm this missing piece. You feel me?
That's true. Like Blake Griffin, I felt like he tried to do that. Like when he came, he did play his ass off. This guy was dropping threes, bro. He was playing his ass off. But Blake Griffin just wasn't enough for it to happen. There was so many, bro. We had Allen Iverson at one point. We had Ben Gordon. Like the fuck?
We got everybody when they out their prime though. We got everybody when they on the decline for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Trading Chauncey Billups for Allen Iverson was the biggest mistake ever. That was like top tier mistake.
That was crazy.
Chauncey went on a run after that with Carmelo. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, for sure.
Talk about Cole Bennett, man. His contribution to what you got going on. Obviously, two hip-hop-based media platforms collaborating, working together. All because of the mutual benefit of working with BabyTron and the stardom that he brings to the table. But talk about working with Cole Bennett and how that is all organized.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Cole and Tron connected, and then Tron introduced me to Cole, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. He just great guy. Like, just a great, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would think somebody as successful and a guy so much going on as Cole Bennett, bro, like, would be like you don't expect him to just be cool as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't expect him to just be like one of the homies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Cole Bennett is cool as hell, bro. You know what I'm saying? Great dude. Fun dudes, you know what I'm saying? Understand how to get stuff done. Don't mind giving you tidbits about business to understand, like, what's going on, like, on the bigger scale of what you're doing. Great guy. And not even just him, like, everybody at Lyrical Lemonade, you feel me? Every time, I feel like every time that I'm fortunate enough to be around those guys and work with them, it's a blessing. Cole, Jake, you feel me? Like, everybody over there, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
great
man.
people.
Yeah, man. He's the biggest music video director in the world. I mean, to have a brand and name to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure there's guys shooting higher productions or whatever, but to actually have a brand and name behind it, he is the biggest name for it, you know what I'm saying? Now, does that communication just happen by Instagram messages and, like, eventually working together with Cole and Lyrical Lemonade, or is it like you guys meet up somewhere and, like, connect, or like how did that end up happening in the first place?
Well, him and Tron?
Well, I mean, yeah, you guys all work together pretty much, yeah.
Oh yeah, you know, like, so they end up doing a video, and then we end up doing more stuff. So eventually, we just all came together and met, and you know, it was just all love.
And so Cole was just seeking out, like, talent, and he just happened to find you guys?
No. I don't think Cole ever is seeking out any talent. Like, he got enough people around him. He just seen something he liked and built a relationship with Tron. They clicked, and you know.
For sure.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. You guys have RJ Lamont doing the tour with you guys, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, staple Detroit producers, his OG status when it comes to producing and stuff like that. Talk about him running these events and running it with you guys.
Oh yeah, you know RJ, you know that's my guy. You know I used to be RJ assistant.
For real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was his intern. Like, he posted on Instagram like 2014, he looking for an intern. Just to, like, do, like, basic studio shit. Like, sent them a long emotional message like, bro, I'm trying to intern for you. Like, please. So I just was in the studio around people and got to build relationships, build my contacts, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I built kind of my contacts up to call people to do interviews once I start pursuing, like, the hip hop lab, you know? Because I knew him from being at the studio with RJ. Me and RJ, I used to just be in a club with RJ when he was DJing, like, at Erotic City, just helping him, like, bring his stuff in and out and stuff. I'm just in there broke as hell, just watching everybody ball out, go crazy, you feel me? You know, and now I'm in a better position now, you feel me? That was then, you know, eventually I stopped being his intern, you know, started the lab and build my shit. But now I'm in a position, so I got an artist, you know, we in a position to go on tour. You know, the first person I had to think about was RJ, you feel me? So, you know, it's just a full circle type of thing, you know?
Right. And that just shows karma, right? Like, you know, somebody invests in you, you invest back in them, you know, and just keep that going, right? Especially because you have chemistry and a dynamic with them. You trust that person, you can continue to work with them at the end of the day. But, yeah, it's
like, RJ, like, that's my dog. Like,
for
like
sure.
My guy, like, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell me nothing about RJ. You feel
what's
me?
to
You know
say?
what I'm saying?
The guy's a legend. The guy's done legendary things, man.
Yeah, Detroit legend.
For artists that, I mean, I'm sure you get messaged tons by artists. People want to get signed by you. People want interviews. People want to work with you in any type of capacity. What's the do's and don'ts for approaching you? For approaching the Hip Hop Lab and for approaching Lando?
Bro, don't come to me like I already owe you something, bro. That's very irritating. You don't know I'm such and such from such and such and such and such. I'm so uninterested now, bro. Like, I don't care who you was now, because it's like, why that energy? Like, like people would tell you, bro, I introduce myself to people all the time. Like, I don't just expect nobody to know who I am, like, in Detroit or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, introduce yourself, bro. Like, if I'm not hip to you, like, maybe I would love to get hip. I love finding about new stuff, but I just hate when people already feel like I'm supposed to know about them more. Man, I just did 100,000. Like, bro, like, tell me. Like, don't come off so, like offended, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that. Like, you don't blow me up 1,000 times. Like, you know, that's very irritating. Like, I don't know, bro. But besides that, I'm a cool dude. I'm cool to interact with. Like, I ain't inaccessible, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, when you're investing in like an artist, if artists do reach out to you, right? When you're investing in somebody, can you just say the talent's enough for me and the work ethic's enough for me, or do you also have to see like, well, what have you done though too at the same time? Like, have you accomplished things? Like, are you capable of generating a certain amount of views? Are you capable of performing or selling out a certain amount of seats at a show? Like, do you look at any of that, or you just look at raw talent and chemistry with the person?
well, it depends on what I'm trying to do. Like, you talking about as far as like just working with an artist or signing them?
Working them or signing them, either way.
If I'm working with you, like, I'll work with an artist that got some good motion, you feel me? If I feel like we can like make some money together, like, yeah, like, let's do it. But like signing them to the label is a bigger responsibility. Like, I have to be engulfed in what you got going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to be responsible for your musical progression. Like, you feel me? So that's it. That take a little bit more for like. So some motion, we could do a CD. We could figure out how we can put an album out together. But signing you, like, I gotta sit down, vibe with you, like, see what you into. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, understand each other. You know.
Talk about the aspect of management, and this gatekeeping thing that's happening. I don't know if you were here when we talked about the gatekeeping list. Did we talk about that when you came here last time? I'm not sure if you did, but you were put on like this gatekeeping list.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of different ways of looking at what gatekeeping is. Some people take it in a very negative offense, and some people take it in a positive checks and balances aspect and way of looking at it. What way do you look at what gatekeeping is, and why do you think you were put on like a gatekeeping list?
Well, this is what I look at gatekeeping is like. It's a positive definition and a negative one. Like, gatekeeping is the person at the gate who can make sure that whatever is representing this culture, whatever gets through the gate, is good to support whatever the overall status of the culture is. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So gatekeeper to me is like, before somebody like take the next move or the next step, like, or to get to the next step, like, these are people who they gotta come in contact with. You feel me? Like, I'm not, but me, bro, I want to see everybody get to the gate. Like, long as you like not out here like just doing people bold, like, you know what I'm saying, like with the business, like, I'm only concerned with business, like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it can get figured out for you before, like, I'm not keeping the gate away from nobody. I want everybody to, like, what I feel like what I get my gratification off of is helping people make money off things that they love to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like now at my point in my life, like, I feel like what made me be like, yeah, hell yeah, like, it's me helping people get money off the shit that they love to do. So it's like, I'm not gonna gatekeep nobody from getting to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I just feel like it's just people who just the buffer between everything and what needs to get to the next side, you know?
Right, because there's people that can just straight up siphon from what's happening and not give anything back, or it could be detrimental to the scene and the infrastructure of the scene. Yeah. It just hurts everybody around them. And that's a different type of, way of, again, facilitating your way as an artist that a lot of people do. They'll figure out ways to just take money, find ways to pull money, and find ways to hurt the scene without benefiting it. I was about to fucking say something, but... Well, me and you both seen something a few weeks ago where somebody mentioned you or whatever. They made like whatever that they were trying to do, and even for me, I was like, I'm not communicating with you guys anymore after seeing that. Like, there was people that were trying to start something with you, and you seen that shit, and I literally was like, I made a decision internally, like, bro, I gotta like watch out for the people that I'm working with and that I've helped build with or been a part of, or the Detroit music scene. I can't allow that, and that to me is that shit needs to be gate kept. When you're trying to attack somebody or for clout, and especially if it's hurting the city in any type of way or trying to bring that type of attention, that's part of why gatekeeping exists. because you're only hurting the scene to profit off of it.
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
So that stuff always needs to be gatekept. And then obviously they have the other definition, like Trick's gatekeeping was basically like other artists from other cities are not about to come here, work with our artists, leave, and only benefit off themselves and not bring back anything. Like you got to help these artists while you're here, or do something to put on a show, or do something to make money for other people besides yourself. You can't just fly in, make money, and leave. Like so, there's that.
Which was great.
Yeah.
Which was, you know, I don't see how anybody can say anything negative about, you know, anything Trick. Like that was cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
What's the master plan right now for the Hip Hop Lab in Lando?
The master plan, bro, just keep going. Every 10 years, I'm gonna get one of these. You see what that mug say at the bottom, bro?
10 years.
10 years,
bro.
You feel me? 10-year anniversary, 2025.
God damn, man. That's insane. Like I said, the first time I met you, bro, it was like 2017. It was like this broken down fucking, I don't know what the hell, warehouse type thing. But I always believed in you for real. Like I always remember seeing you and I'm like, man, this motherfucker's really trying to make something happen. Like I don't know what the fuck he's trying to make happen, but he's trying to make it happen. You could just see it in your eyes, like you got to do this, you know, and you kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and then it became something as ginormous as this, which is insane. I mean, not only do you have artists signed to you, not only do you have Hip Hop Lab, the label, not only do you have the Hip Hop Lab Records, you have tons of respect from the city, tons of respect from other cities and everything like that. You have the keys to be able to access anything you need to help push what you need to push forward. And it not only helps you and the guys working with you, but the city itself too, right? At the end of the day, it's bringing exposure and light and a professionalism. You know, when some cats like Big Herc would come on I'm not gonna call Big Herc a cat. OG, sorry, cat to me just means person, but OG Herc, you know, came on here and he was like, "Yo, the labels weren't fucking with us." He's like, the professionalism, the way that shit was running, the way the streets were running, the way that we couldn't show like a professional aspect to this, made labels not want to come fuck with Detroit. So when they see the Hip Hop Lab and the way that you're moving and the way that you're doing things, that's like a whole connection, right? That's a whole connection of professionalism that they can see, like, yo, we can go to this guy to figure out shit professionally. So that shows how important what you're doing is, because when you have somebody that the labels can go and talk to and know that there's going to be an effort made and a responsibility factor to be made, that opens more doors for other artists and producers.
For sure, yeah, because, you know, sometimes you just need a middle price in between like corporate and like the street, like what's going on, because they just not a lot of people that just kind of coming in from rapping like they haven't really did anything like corporate, and you have to be organized to do this at a bigger level to some type of extent, you know. So yeah, definitely.
Kind of like what Chanel does, right? Like on the female.
Definitely, yeah, for sure.
Showing that there's somebody to talk to in a way that's going to get things done in an efficient manner, right?
Yeah, not even just Chanel, you know, Chanel, said Louis, you know what I'm saying, you know, those other, like these people, you know, like the Pooties, you know what I'm saying, like these people are important for us in Detroit culture, you feel me, you know what I'm saying, because it's keeping up our infrastructure in Detroit, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got guys like Floss a lot, like you said. You got guys like
Floss.
So many people that are just helping tap in the labels and the industry people with the city.
Yeah, for sure.
It's all about everybody coming together and make it work. Last two things I wanted to talk about real quick is, again, like how much respect you did build in the city to the point where people were coming up to you, even all the interviews you've done and all the people that come to work with you and everything like that. Your name came to a point where you are put on these lists and you are put in as a way for people to contact for these types of things. What do you plan to do anything with that as far as Detroit's concerned, or are you in a point right now where you have to go mainstream and think of things in a mainstream level?
Well, right now, I definitely got to think about things on a mainstream level, but when I'm thinking about a mainstream level, like my goal is always to build the city. Like, I'm never going to leave Detroit. Like, I'm never moving to LA or Atlanta or nothing. I'm going to stay here in the city with y'all and build up the city. I want to build up, you know what I'm saying, the musical infrastructure where, like, people not flying out of town to get signed anymore. You feel me? People is coming to Detroit for their record deals. You know what I'm saying? So it's a process, but, you know, it's we going in the right direction.
And then the 2023 highlight for you. What do you feel like the biggest highlight for you was in 2023?
Man, bro, I don't know, bro. That's
Loaded question.
Man, I couldn't even pick one. 2023 was the craziest year of my life by far.
Yeah.
Like by far. And I ain't even talking about just monetarily, bro. Just like what I had to deal with. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? Like just crazy, bro. The highlight, man. The highlight, making it out of it, surviving it, being able to make it to 2024.
If you could pick one moment, though, is there anything that was extra special to you? I mean, you got to meet Nardwuar and stuff. You got to go to Rolling Loud and do all that stuff. I mean, you've been there before, but that was pretty fucking cool. The guy Nardwuar knew about you and shit.
Yeah, me and Nardwuar was fucking pretty crazy, bro. Because if you fuck with interviews like I do, like watching these, you know, fucking Nardwuar, like, bro, like that was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Well, really, like he texts how he talk, bro.
What? Oh, so you have his number and shit?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy as fuck.
Yeah, but he texts like loop, like this shit fucked me up, bro.
He knew that you're originally that your store was a cell phone store, not yours, but like that it previously had been a cell phone shop before, and then he knew that you converted it to the hip hop live and stuff. Like he knew crazy shit like that.
Yeah,
that was insane.
Nardwuar is very cool dude.
You got to imagine that. Like, could you have ever imagined that Nardwuar would be searching up Lando on his computer?
No.
To find research about
you? Not at all. Not at all, bro. Not Nardwuar, bro. That was a great moment in 2023 for sure. Yeah. And once again, that was set up by my dog Jake from Lyrical Lemonade, dog. Jake is a real great guy, bro. Like I don't like Jake can be like, bruh, like everybody needed Jake, bro. He done it like Jake from State Farm, like. He just hella resourceful, like great dude, bro.
So, is there any projects or anything you guys want to announce real quick before we sign off?
StanWill dropping something real soon. Prince Hefe coming out with an album real soon. I'm gonna drop another compilation tape real soon. Just be lookout for the whole Hip Hop Lab, Shitty Boys, Dog Shit Militia, everybody, yeah.
So. Appreciate you being a part of this, man. Lando, legendary things happening. Humble beginnings, man. Crafted your way through it. Not only are you helping yourself, but you're helping a group of people around you, which is inevitably helping the entire city and the infrastructure, like you said. In a matter of time, you guys will be, the Hip Hop Lab will be one of the pillars that, even though it is one right now, it's going to be at a height that the labels and the big guys are going to be able to communicate with and help facilitate even more throughout this. Appreciate you being a part of this. We're at Parallel Sound Studio.
My bad. Before we get over here, I gotta say, shout out to you, bro. You feel me, for being consistent, doing your thing. Like, this is important to Detroit. This is important because I feel like everybody who got a podcast that's consistently doing is important to add into the industry that we can create here. You feel me? Like, an artist can't come here. It's not beneficial for an artist to come to Detroit and just do an interview with the Hip Hop Lab. That's only one interview. You feel me? It's beneficial for you to go to LA or Atlanta because you can hit all these platforms. You feel me? So keep doing your thing. Keep staying consistent. And I wanna. Which one is my camera? This one, right? This one. Everybody else who's doing a podcast in Detroit, man. If you ever need any type of help or assistance, you got a question, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't hesitate to reach out. We got to keep this going and keep growing our industry, man. My bad, I don't want to mess up your outro.
No, you're good.
It's on the floor, yeah, for sure.
Shout out all the podcasts coming up, man. Snapdog just started a podcast. Go check out his podcast. Dogface Calderon, GMAC Cash is a podcast.
Dogface.
Alexander Rosa, I think her name is. I think there's a female, she's doing one. You got Shad vs. Everybody. There's so many cats you guys can go tap in with, man. Make sure you tap in with everybody. Everybody has a different flavor. Everybody has a different way of doing it. S-Boy Productions, man. Everybody has a different way of doing things. So it's really cool to see that, and you could just go to every single one and build something with everybody. We're at Parallel Sound Studio, High Low Visuals, shooting these productions. We're out. Peace. Bye, man.